Hello, how are you?
I'm in the business.
Very nice to see you. Hello, how are you?
They say money can't buy happiness, but wait until you see the billionaire lifestyle that Barron Trump was literally born into. At just 18, Barron Trump is living a reality most people can't even dream of. Billion-dollar mansions, private jets, and elite schools. Today, we're uncovering his hidden luxe lifestyle. And here's where it gets even more fascinating.
A very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Barron William Trump was born on March 20th, 2006, in New York City. He's the youngest child of Donald Trump and Melania Trump. And from day one, his life has been nothing short of extraordinary. Now, imagine being raised in a billionaire household where your father is not just a business tycoon, but later becomes the 45th President of the United States. That was Barron's reality. What's really interesting is how his mother, Melania Trump, always made sure he stayed shielded from the media spotlight. She wanted him to enjoy a normal childhood, as normal as it can get when your family is worth an estimated $3 billion. Even though his older siblings, Donald Jr., Ivanka, Eric, and Tiffany, are busy with their own families and careers, Barron shares a warm bond with them while still living a much quieter life. But wait, this part blew my mind. Barron's education wasn't just privileged, it was elite. He attended the prestigious Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in New York, where he wasn't just hitting the books. He also joined the soccer and tennis teams, showing off his athletic side. On top of that, he's multilingual, fluent in English, French, and Slovenian, his mother's native language. That's rare for an American teenager. When Donald Trump became president in 2017, Barron moved into the White House and later transferred to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland, where he focused on science and computer studies. Friends even say he loves building model airplanes, which tells you he's got a mix of creativity and precision. And get this, despite being just 18, he already rocks a polished fashion style. Think tailored suits, ties, and the same sharp look that his dad is known for. Right now, he's pursuing business and economics at Columbia University, clearly preparing to step into the Trump empire someday.
This is Mar-a-Lago, the sprawling private resort and National Historic Landmark in Palm Beach, Florida, with a towering U.S. flag and a handful of croquet players. Just past the fountains and foliage, driving up to the gate, you're met by security.
And here's where it gets jaw-dropping. Barron Trump doesn't just live in mansions. He lives in some of the most expensive and iconic properties in the world. Take the Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida. This massive 17-acre property has 33 bathrooms, 3 nuclear fallout shelters, and even a private beach. It's not just a home, it's basically a private kingdom worth tens of millions. Then there's the Trump Tower penthouse in New York City, valued at a staggering $119 million. Picture this: 3,500 square feet, gold-plated details, marble everywhere, and views of Central Park. As a kid, Barron literally had an entire private floor designed just for him, with his own bedroom, living room, and kitchen. But that's just the beginning. The Trump family also owns a $3 million mansion in St. Martin, a $12 million estate in Westchester County, New York, and even a $5 million apartment in Uruguay. Each property screams billionaire luxury, and the wild part? Barron has grown up moving through all of them like they're just regular homes. But wait, what about the cars? Even though Barron doesn't have his license yet, he's already surrounded by some of the most luxurious vehicles money can buy. Donald Trump himself is known for having a taste in Rolls-Royce, Bentley, and Mercedes-Benz. His all-time favorite? The Rolls-Royce Phantom, which costs about $500,000 for a single car. Imagine that being just the family ride. So you can pretty much bet that when Barron does start driving, his collection won't be normal. We're talking about custom-designed cars, exclusive models, and maybe even one-off supercars built just for him. His future garage is expected to reflect the same extravagant taste that the Trump family is known for. Honestly, if you had access to that kind of money, what car would you pick first? All right, let's get real. Barron Trump's travel game? Insane! The dude basically grew up living out of a gold-plated suitcase. Forget fighting for overhead bin space or waiting in those TSA lines that make you question your life choices. Nah, Barron just strolled onto the family's private Boeing 757. Yep, the one they call Trump Force One. We're talking gold seatbelt buckles, buttery leather seats, and oh, did I mention a freaking bedroom on board? It's like if a five-star hotel decided to sprout wings. And the ocean. Please. While most of us are lucky to snag a spot on a crowded ferry, Barron's summer plans meant hopping onto mega-yachts in places like the Mediterranean or Palm Beach. Picture this. Luxury suites, private chefs whipping up whatever, and entertainment setups that'd make a movie theater jealous. It's not a vacation, it's a billionaire's playground. I mean, how many 18-year-olds can say they've lived that kind of life? Spoiler, basically none. Now that he's getting older and doing his own thing, you just know he'll keep riding that private jet yacht wave. Whether he's heading off for college, some wild vacation, or maybe even dabbling in business, Barron's travel style isn't changing anytime soon. That's just the Trump way. Go big or, well, don't even bother showing up. Look, Barron Trump has got to be wild. Imagine growing up in the middle of the world's nosiest fishbowl, but somehow no one really knows what you're up to. Credit where it's due. Melania's basically built a fortress around her kid, waving off the cameras and keeping his business locked down tighter than a Swiss bank. Now that he's 18, though, people are all over the internet, playing detective about who he hangs out with, who he's supposedly dating, and honestly, probably what brand of cereal he eats. TikTok and Instagram are full of stories. I saw Barron at this NYU party, or he was totally at Columbia last weekend. But come on, not a shred of proof, just whispers and blurry photos as usual. What's actually funny is that despite the gold-plated last name, folks who went to school with him say he's just normal? Polite, a bit quiet, maybe even kind of shy. Not the type to be popping champagne on a yacht or showing up in the tabloids for some nonsense. Still, the dude's like a skyscraper walking through campus, so obviously people notice. Melania? She's not playing. She's old-school protective, making sure Barron gets to have a halfway regular teenage experience. No public Instagram, no TikTok dances, nothing. Which, naturally, just makes everyone even more nosy. So, yeah. Are the dating rumors real? Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. For now, it's all smoke and mirrors. One thing's for sure, though. Barron's growing up, and the world's going to keep peeking through the blinds to see what he does next. But this is the part that really blew people's minds. At just 18 years old, Barron Trump is already worth an estimated $100 million. Let that sink in. How does a teenager reach that kind of wealth? First, through trust funds carefully set up by Donald Trump to secure his children's futures. Second, Barron has already been involved in brand endorsements, including deals with big names like Skechers and H&M, which paid him handsomely for campaign appearances. On top of that, he's getting hands-on exposure to the Trump real estate empire. From luxury properties to global projects, Barron is slowly being introduced to the same business that built the fortune. But the bigger picture? He's expected to inherit a huge share of Donald Trump's $3 billion fortune including stakes in the Trump organization itself. With that kind of foundation, Barron is on track to not just be wealthy, but potentially a future billionaire in his own right.
A very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Continuing the Trump legacy. Barron Trump doesn't just turn heads because of his name. His height makes him impossible to miss. Standing at 6 feet 9 inches, he's taller than his father, Donald Trump, and practically anyone else in the room. Wherever he goes, people instantly recognize him. On social media platforms like TikTok, clips of Barron walking around campus, attending events, or even casually shopping spark viral attention. At NYU and Columbia University, where he's rumored to be pursuing studies, students regularly share posts saying it feels surreal to have Trump in their classroom. Melania has called him Little Donald, referencing not only his resemblance, but also his sharp personality and confidence. Yet, at his towering height, he almost overshadows his father in public appearances, making him look like a future leader in his own right. Speculation runs wild about his path. Will he step into politics, carrying on the Trump dynasty? Or will he follow Donald into the world of real estate and business? Perhaps, given his upbringing, it will be both. With the Trump name, billions in inheritance, and his already massive following, Barron is destined to shape influence on a global stage. At just 18 years old, he's already seen as someone who represents the next chapter of the Trump legacy. Whether admired or criticized, one thing is certain: Barron Trump's future will not be ordinary. Barron Trump's billionaire lifestyle is unlike any other 18-year-old's. Mansions, jets, luxury fashion, and endless opportunities. But his story is only beginning. Bigger things are ahead, and the world is watching closely. Comment below your thoughts, hit like, and subscribe for more insights into untold celebrity lives.